Hey guys, last week when I ended my video, I said that I was going to make another video about how I felt and how I think I went into my downward spiral. And I made a video and I cried and I deleted it. And then I made it again and I cried and I deleted it. So, here it is, 5 days later, and I'm making this video because I really have a point. I was broken up with twice in February in the span of 4 days. And it wasn't that I jumped from one relationship to another, it's kind of a long story. I wasn't really in the second relationship quite. And there's a lot of just hurt feelings jumbled up in there, and partly that I didn't really mourn the loss of the first one before I got to the second one that I wasn't quite sure I wanted to be in. Yeah, long story. Okay. So there's reason number one. I'm not even going to go into that because I just don't want to be emotional about it. And I still am. So then there was a lot of divorces in my tax practice this year. And yes, I know when people get married, I know when they have their first babies, I know when they have their second babies, I know when they have their third babies. I know when they are getting divorced. And so I had a few just shocking divorces this year, and I think my divorce rate is up. And maybe it's the economy. I know it's not me, okay? It's not because I do their taxes that they're getting divorced. But some of them have really just kind of shoved me across the room. I mean, just shocking. And mostly they're shocking because they don't make sense to me. And I realize they don't have to make sense to me. I mean, they need to make sense to the two people getting the divorce. I'm not in their relationship, you know, I don't matter in their relationship. But, you know, a lot of the times it's like somebody cheats or they grow apart or something like that. But there's a lot of them that just seem to be getting divorced for no special reason. Almost like their marriage was, oh, well, we got married because we just got married and, you know, now we're getting divorced. And they're like nonchalant about it, like they just, you know, asked me where the bathroom was. Oh, by the way, we're getting divorced next year, so could you please, you know, tell us what that'll look like on our taxes? What? You're getting divorced? You just were in here laughing and joking and I didn't, you know, what? Huh? It's almost like, I mean, you see the regular divorces that are not amicable at all. And then you see some divorces that are kind of amicable. But I've had a few this year that are just almost like they're, I mean, they could have just said, hey, we're going to go on a trip to Vegas. Instead it's, hey, we're getting divorced. And it's weird. And I'm just not, I feel like lately people aren't taking marriage as seriously as before. Oh, we're just letting the relationship go. We're still going to have the friendship. We're going to let the relationship go. Okay. And you know, I've never been married. I know that it's hard work. I mean, I'm not naive about that. It's hard work to be friends with anybody. Especially during tax season, especially for me. Because I just tend to get blunt and bitchy with people. Not my work people. I'm always on at work. Anybody that works with the public knows that you have like this persona, you kind of, it's not fake, it's just like, you are always polite, you're always on, you're always smiling, you're always, you know, how can I help you? All of those things. And in my firm, you know, you're giving guidance, you're giving advice. You have to just be genuine and you have to be trustworthy and you have to be correct all the time, and that it's hard to be on all the time. And then you get home and you don't have to be on anymore, and so you're off, and for your friends you're off, and for your family you're off, and you're just, you're not even yourself. So there's been a lot of that going on. And February was my busiest month. But marriage, I just don't feel like people are taking it seriously anymore. And I kind of wonder about my own future possible marriage, and I'm kind of done looking. I feel like I've been looking for a big percentage of my life. And I don't know. How do you know that it's even going to work when you get there? I don't know. And someone on my Facebook said to me, Sarah, you have to get what you're giving. You have to find someone who will give what you give. And she really hit the nail on the head. I tend to give of myself, of my time, of my thought to the other person, and I don't ever really seem to get that. Well, so I bought Biggest Loser for Wii, and this workout game is nice, and Bob is my trainer. I picked Bob, and in the first workout, right at the beginning, he said, I'm going to give you everything that I have to make you successful, and you are going to give me everything that you have, and then you are going to be successful, and you are going to lose weight. And I cried, because I finally had somebody. I realize this is a video game. I do. But it took that for somebody to tell me that they were going to give me everything they had for me to benefit. Was like this eye-opening thing. Maybe that's somebody I need in a relationship. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm that hard to love. Anyway, I think that's what pushed me into the downward spiral. I think that now that it's March, I have my new video game workout. It's making me sweat. It's doing what it's supposed to do right now, and I'm happy with it. And I think March is another month, and yeah, so it'll be great, and I'm learning a lot about myself in this journey. I hope that you guys are too. Yeah, so thanks for listening to my little rant, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll be weighing in this weekend. Alright, good luck guys.